Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Wednesday. We've got 15 matchups on this MLB slate today, so be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my betting links in the description below to get in on the action. Go ahead, turn on those notification bells. And yeah, we'll hop in it here. Busy slate today, starting with the Milwaukee Brewers versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. Brewers opening up as road favorites at minus 180. The Pirates plus 160 with the over-under at 8.5. Brewers coming into this matchup 77-61. The Pirates 64-75. Pitching for the Brewers is Freddie Peralta with an ERA of 3.85. Pitching for the Pirates is Mitch Keller with an ERA of 3.93. Peralta, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 10 strikeouts. Keller, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 8 strikeouts. The Brewers coming off a Pirates win yesterday, 7-3. You know, they are 9-4 against Pittsburgh, where they've been pretty good. Peralta been good on the mound, coming off, 3 solid starts on the mound here. And yeah, I think I would take the Brewers on the road in this one. Next matchup, we got the Minnesota Twins versus the Cleveland Guardians. Twins opening up as road favorites at minus 120. The Guardians plus 110 with the over-under at 8.5. Twins coming into this matchup 73-66. The Guardians 66-73. Pitching for the Twins is Joe Ryan with an ERA of 4.20. Pitching for the Guardians is Gavin Williams with an ERA of 3.46. Ryan, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 7 strikeouts. Williams, his last start, he pitched 1 inning, gave up 0 runs, had 0 strikeouts. Minnesota back-to-back wins against Cleveland. They looked very good in this series. Been scoring well. And yeah, like Ryan on the mound, coming off back-to-back 1-run games. He's been very good lately. And yeah, I like the way Minnesota's looked this series and the way they've been hitting. It's hard to take Guardians as an underdog just because they haven't covered the last 2 games, and Minnesota's just been lighting them up. So I'll take Minnesota on the road in this one. Next matchup, we got the San Francisco Giants versus the Chicago Cubs. Cubs opening up as home favorites at minus 150. The Giants plus 125 with the over-under at 10.5. Giants coming into this matchup 70-69. The Cubs 75-64. Pitching for the Giants is Alex Wood with an ERA of 4.35. Pitching for the Cubs is Jordan Wicks with an ERA of 1.80. Wood, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 1 strikeout. Wicks, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 3 strikeouts. The Giants on a 5-game losing streak right now. Back-to-back losses against the Cubs. Cubs have looked pretty good in this series so far. And the Giants are just 1-4 against the Cubs, so haven't been that great here. Wicks only pitched twice this season, only giving up 1 run in both games, so he's been very good here. And I think I'm going to take the Cubs at home on this one. Next matchup, we got the Toronto Blue Jays versus the Oakland Athletics. Toronto opening up as road favorites at minus 170. Oakland plus 140 with the over-under at 8. Toronto coming into this matchup 77-62. Oakland 42-97. Pitching for Toronto is Hyun Jin Ryu with an ERA of 2.48. Pitching for Oakland is JP Sears with an ERA of 4.54. Jin Ryu, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Sears, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Sears coming off a great game, but his 2 games prior, giving up 6 and 7 runs here. So don't let that 0-run game fool you. Toronto on a 3-game winning streak, back-to-back wins against Oakland here. Jin Ryu been very good on the mound lately. They are 5-2 on the road against Oakland here, and yeah, I think I would take the Blue Jays on the road. Next matchup, we got the Colorado Rockies versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. Arizona opening up as home favorites at minus 220. Colorado plus 185 with the over-under at 9.5. Rockies coming into this matchup 51-87. Arizona 71-68. Pitching for the Rockies is Chris Flexen with an ERA of 6.89. Pitching for Arizona is Zach Davies with an ERA of 6.45. Flexen, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 0 strikeouts. Davies, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 6 strikeouts. The Rockies beating Arizona yesterday 3-2. Still, they've yet to win back-to-back games in a while. And then Arizona, they haven't won back-to-back games in a while. They've kind of been struggling too. Colorado is just 2-11 on the road. Very bad road team here. Davies coming off 2 good starts on the mound. And hard to trust the Rockies. You know, they got the win there. They were probably going to steal a win in a series anyways. I still think I'm going to take the Diamondbacks at home in this one. Next matchup, we got the Philadelphia Phillies versus the San Diego Padres. Phillies opening up as road favorites at -115. The Padres +105 with the over-under at 8. Phillies coming into this matchup 76-62. Padres 66-74. Pitching for the Phillies is Zach Wheeler with an ERA of 3.57. Pitching for the Padres is Michael Wacha with an ERA of 2.85. Wheeler, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 10 strikeouts. Wacha, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Padres winning 8-0 yesterday. Pretty dominating win. Both teams splitting a game so far in this series. Pretty even pitching matchup, I'd say. Both pitchers giving up about 2 to 3 runs here. I think Padres are a good underdog today. And I'll take the Padres +1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Boston Red Sox versus the Tampa Bay Rays. Rays opening up as home favorites at -165. Boston +140 with the over-under at 8. Boston coming into this matchup 72-67. The Rays 84-55. Pitching for Boston is Nick Pivetta with an ERA of 4.49. Pitching for the Rays is Tyler Glasnow with an ERA of 3.17. Pivetta, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Glasnow, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Boston losing to 2-8 against Tampa Bay here. You know, losing that tough one yesterday, 6-8. Tough because they just haven't been that great against Boston. They were able to steal that game before. Pretty even pitching matchup. Both pitchers giving up about 2-3 runs here. I still like the Rays, and I think I'm going to take the Rays at home in this one. Next matchup, we got the Los Angeles Dodgers versus the Miami Marlins. Dodgers opening up as road favorites at -160. The Marlins +130 with the over-under at 9. Dodgers coming into this matchup 84-53. The Marlins 71-67. Pitching for the Dodgers is Lance Lynn with an ERA of 5.81. Pitching for the Marlins is JT Chargois with an ERA of 3.78. Lynn, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 7 runs, had 1 strikeout. JT, his last start, he pitched 1 inning, gave up 0 runs, had 1 strikeout. He's only really pitching like 1 or 2 innings anyways, so it'll definitely be a bullpen game. Dodgers losing to Miami yesterday 6-3. Tough loss. Miami on a 5-game winning streak, kind of quietly playing well. Dodgers are 9-3 against Miami here, so I mean, you know, Lynn coming off a bad start. I still trust the Dodgers more, just more as a team. So I'm still going to take the Dodgers on the road. Next matchup, we got the Seattle Mariners versus Cincinnati Reds. Seattle opening up as road favorites at -165. The Reds +140 with the over-under at 9.5. Seattle coming into this matchup 77-61. The Reds 73-68. Pitching for Seattle is Logan Gilbert with an ERA of 3.56. Pitching for the Reds is Leon Richardson with an ERA of 6.75. Gilbert, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 9 strikeouts. Richardson, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Seattle on a 3-game losing streak here, back-to-back losses against the Reds. Reds 4-1 in their last 5. Gilbert has been good on the mound, coming off back-to-back 1-run games here. They just haven't been able to really, be the better team in this series, which they definitely are. And I think I'm gonna take a shot with the Reds plus 1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Detroit Tigers versus the New York Yankees. Yankees opening up as home favorites at -160. Detroit plus 130 with the over-under at 8.5. Detroit coming into this matchup 63-75. The Yankees 69-69. Pitching for Detroit is Matt Manning with an ERA of 3.62. Pitching for the Yankees is Clark Schmidt with an ERA of 4.56. Pitching for Detroit is Matt Manning. Already said that. Manning, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Back-to-back 0-run games. He's been very good on the mound lately. Schmidt, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Detroit losing 5-1 yesterday to the Yankees. It's just been tough for them for the Yankees. They've really struggled head-to-head wise. 0-7 on the road against the Yankees. They haven't done it yet in a while. 1-7 straight up against the Yankees here. Even with Manning on the mound, who's been very good lately. Let's see. But Matt Manning, they did win their last game against the Yankees with Manning on the mound. So that's something to keep in mind here. I'm liking Detroit plus 1.5 today with Manning. That was their last one against the Yankees. I think they could do it again today, or at least get a cover. And I'm gonna take the Tigers plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the New York Mets versus the Washington Nationals. Mets opening up as road favorites at -120. The Nationals plus 110 with the over-under at 10.5. Mets coming into this matchup 64-74. The Nationals 62-77. Pitching for the Mets is Jose Butto with an ERA of 4.30. Pitching for the Nationals is Joan Adon with an ERA of 5.90. Butto, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 1 strikeout. Adon, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 3 strikeouts. The Mets, coming off a Washington win yesterday, 11-5. Nationals on a 6-game losing streak right now. They haven't really played well. The Mets 10-5 on the road against Washington. So they've been very good head-to-head here. Don coming off some brutal starts on the mound here, and I think I'm going to lean with the Mets on the road. Next matchup, we got the St. Louis Cardinals versus the Atlanta Braves. Braves opening up as home favorites at -300. Cardinals plus 240 with the over-under at 9. Cardinals coming into this matchup 60-78. The Braves 90-47. Pitching for the Cardinals is Dakota Hudson with an ERA of 4.02. Pitching for the Braves is Spencer Strider with an ERA of 3.56. Hudson, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 0 strikeouts. Strider, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 9 strikeouts. The Cardinals beating the Braves yesterday, 10-6, big underdog win for them. We'll see if it can happen again here. If they can get back-to-back wins against Atlanta, it's going to be very hard with Strider on the mound. I'm going to roll with the Braves at home in this one. Next matchup, we got the Chicago White Sox versus the Kansas City Royals. Royals opening up as home favorites at -115. The White Sox plus 105 with the over-under at 9.5. White Sox coming into this matchup 53 and 86. The Royals 44 and 96. Pitching for the White Sox is Touki Toussaint with an ERA of 4.87. Pitching for the Royals is Jordan Lyles with an ERA of 6.17. Toussaint, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Lyles, his last start, he pitched 8 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 7 strikeouts. The White Sox on a 5-game losing streak, back-to-back losses against the Royals here. Royals just look good in this series. 8-1 at home against the White Sox, where they've been very good here. And the White Sox are just a mess here, and don't really like them in this series. You know, Jordan Lyles has been rough on the mound. It's just not ideal. But I just don't really want any part of this White Sox team, and I'll take a shot with the Royals at home. Next matchup, we got the Houston Astros versus the Texas Rangers. Rangers opening up as home favorites at -115. The Astros +105 with the over-under at 8.5. Astros coming into this matchup 79 and 61. The Rangers 76 and 62. Pitching for the Astros is Justin Verlander with an ERA of 3.30. Pitching for the Rangers is Max Scherzer with an ERA of 3.55. Verlander, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Coming off a tough game, but his 2 games prior did not allow a run. Scherzer, his last start, he gave up no runs in his last start. Astros 14-1 win yesterday. I know Altuve hit like 3 homers yesterday, which was crazy. They've dominated back-to-back games here. 7-0 on the road, 9-1 on the road against the Rangers. Getting underdog value again, which is crazy. Give me Houston +1.5 on the road. Then the last matchup, we got the Baltimore Orioles versus the Los Angeles Angels. Orioles opening up as road favorites at -130. Angels +115 with the over-under at 8.5. Orioles coming into this matchup, pitching for the Orioles is Kyle Gibson with an ERA of 5.15. Pitching for the Angels is Patrick Sandoval with an ERA of 4.41. Gibson, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 7 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Sandoval, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Baltimore on a 4-game winning streak right now, coming off some nice wins against back-to-back wins against LA. On that 5-game losing streak, just not really playing well. Don't really want any part of this Angels team, and I'm gonna take the Orioles on the road here. That's gonna be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Wednesday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Thursday. Have a good one.